and the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it is Sunday, and you know what that means? It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week to investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course, that KG outlaw Waylon Jennings. It is the weekly purchases, and a decent amount of pickups this week here, even a surprise find out on the road in my work travels this week, so that's always exciting. But what else is exciting is the sponsor of this very episode of the Weekly Purchases. It is Jay'sToysAndGames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Gotta get a deal out there. A lot of stuff over there at Jay's. You guys know that by now. Pick up the old Night Demon figure unbox set on the channel as well. Couldn't happen to a better guys getting figures. I'm here for that. Can't wait to check out more Night Demon figures, hopefully, in the future. But that is available. Save 15% over there at Jay's Toys and Games. So shout out to them once again. And shout out to all the Patreon members and possible future Patreon members. A lot going on Patreon every single day, as well as YouTube channel memberships. Plenty of extra content, glamour shots, you name it. It's all over there. But it is the month of September. We're dangerously close to Cape season, and we got a giveaway here the month of September. It's almost ready for the spooky season. TMNT Universal Monster mashup. Casey Jones, Phantom of the Opera. Raphael Wolfman. Patreon giveaway for the month of September. So check out the Patreon. Check out the giveaway. There you go. So there is that. Not a whole lot in the housekeeping. I was out and about for work all week. A little bit on the road there. Just having fun, I guess. I don't know. Something like that. But a pretty quiet week, all things considered. Not a lot going on. Check out my podcast, Kyle Peterson Show, each and every Tuesday. Of course, video cast right here on YouTube as well. You're going to love this Tuesday's episode, let me tell you. So stay tuned for that. You'll get a little bit more on the Dr. Z experience, Hanging with Dr. C live show. I did go to that, of course. Dr. Zayas in the house, so definitely check out the podcast on that. But that's really it for housekeeping. Not a lot going on this week, and that's not a bad thing all the time. But now it's time for Question of the Week, brought to you by Amped Apparel. Use code Kyle, save yourself 20%. All right, it's time for Question of the Week. You got a special guest with us. What's your name?
What's your name, ma'am?
What's your name? What do you do?
I'm Angie.
Angie is here for Question of the Week. The mail girl, Angie.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Well, that's true. Not a long time, that's for sure. But Angie is here for the Question of the Week this week. But in a plot twist, Angie, I just went and got the mail, and we're filming this after I did the weekly purchases segment. Kind of out of order, of course.
Oh, so you got more stuff?
I got something in the mail. I got a little Wrestlers Hardy Boys through the door here, both versions of the Hardy Boys. So we'll unbox these on the channel. Stay tuned for that, of course. Regular and Chase edition. Shout out to Wrestlers. We'll dive into that from Figure Collections. But I wanted to point that out. But Angie, how are you?
Good. I feel like I need to keep my hands on the table because people always think I'm doing silly things down there.
Well, and you are most of the time. You're full of silliness. Full of silliness, that's for sure. Let's tell about the silliness you got up to this week. No, let's not. Let's not. You were full of silliness. I did a little golfing. You did golfing? You did a lot.
I'm sore.
Yeah, you are.
I'm pathetically sore from golfing.
Yeah, you are. You had quite the week this week, Angie. Out and about town, golfing. You'll see a little of that here and there on the channel, I'm sure. But a lot going on this week, Angie. We were traveling. We were all over the place.
We're tired. Yeah, we're always tired.
Tired, sleepy. It's the weekend. It's where you try to
story of our lives.
Try to re-energize on the weekend, get ready for another week. And I got a long week ahead. Let me tell you, the salt mine's going to get to me this week. It could be my most stressful week of the year. So hopefully I make it out to the other end. We'll see what happens. But one end I'll make it out of is the end of the Question of the Week, Angie.
You'll make it in and out of my end.
Oh, okay. Maybe later. Maybe later. But Angie, you want to take it away? You want to give us a Question of the Week? What is it?
I guess.
Perfect.
Okay. Jetman, 80 pops. Not counting the figures that broke out of the package, what is your figure you were looking forward to when it was announced, only to be completely disappointed once in hand?
Oh, not figures that broke out of the package.
It's just something that it didn't break, but you weren't impressed that you were so disappointed in.
I can't think of much. I mean, I can think of ones that brought, like, one I was extremely excited for was that DC Vampires McFarlane Toys, Todd McFarlane, that broke. The arm broke in the unboxing. That Vampire Batman was an all-timer, so that was very disappointing, but that was one that broke.
What's something that didn't look good?
Gosh, I don't know.
Terrible articulation. Bad paint job. Didn't look like the person.
Boy, I don't know. I mean,
You think you would have thought about this ahead of time?
yeah, you think. There's a lot of Mattel stuff as of over the last year that the leg's not going up. I guess it didn't break, but like some of these Ultimate Warriors, like that Hall of Champions 4-pack Warrior, that's an all-timer Warrior I've wanted. Well, the articulation sucks because there's faulty mechanism in there, so there's some of that kind of stuff. But most of the figures I buy, I know what I'm getting myself into. It's just I don't know that an arm's going to break or snap off, I guess. I mean, I don't know. You know, there was a line of statues called Top Shelf Collectibles once upon a time. They had Gene Simmons as the Demon, Ozzy Bark at the Moon, and Eddie Iron Maiden the Trooper. Now, I really like these. I think they were sold at like Spencer's, maybe Hot Topic. Love these statues. Thought they were really, really cool. However, after like a year or whatever, they got so fragile that you know, the fragile, like the Ozzy Bark of the Moon, he's like this, all the fingers broke off on that. Gene Simmons, his guitar snapped. Eddie, the flag was too heavy to be held, but it didn't break immediately, but basically you blew on it and it would break. And when we moved over
didn't survive our move.
Didn't survive our move. There was no way you could have made it move. I mean, it's just impossible. I don't know what you could have done. No mover could have saved those.
My shirt's having the fits.
Just take it off.
I'm probably just blocking my microphone.
Just take the shirt off and stay a while. And we'll just put black bars up. That's what we'll do. So who knows? You can see a little of that Tuesday on the podcast, of course. But
I didn't realize they were that bad. Looking back, that was bad.
What? The upcoming one?
Yes.
I didn't think it
was too much.
It was too much? Well, why did you buy that dress?
Well,
It's your fault. You wore it.
Sometimes in real life, it doesn't translate like it does on camera.
Oh, really? So I don't know. I thought it was actually more tame. And we're talking about this Tuesday's podcast. Once again, cheap plug for YouTube channel members or the Patreon members. Angie got a new dress at, what was that fancy place you got that at? Target?
Target, yes.
Target. And she got a new dress, and you chose to wear it, and you bought it, and you wore it. And you are saying that you thought it was too much out there. I thought it wasn't as... I thought I saw more of a show sitting next to you than they saw on camera when I was editing the video, at least. So
well, that's good.
I think you're okay. I think you're okay. But, you know, next time just pull them out, whip them out. Nobody's offended here. Nobody cares. So let's check it out. You know, they'll look and they'll move on. And then they'll look back to our faces like they normally do, I'm sure. So there it is, Angie. That is the Weekly Purchases Question of the Week segment. If you want to be the Question of the Week.
You didn't really answer it good.
No, I'm moving on.
Stuff.
Moving on.
You know who's not disappointed in your hands? Me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I'm in your hands.
Oh, gotcha. But yeah, I can't think of anything outside of like stuff that just didn't, because everything I buy for a reason. I don't just say, oh, I'm getting this because I think it's going to be cool, and it's not. I usually can tell through the package or the promo shot, stuff like that. But it's usually like the Mattel stuff with the articulation not working out the way I want it to and all that kind of stuff. So
like you think stuff's silly, but it wasn't really stuff you were like looking forward to hardcore. Like you weren't anticipating like, oh, I'm so excited to see this figure, but you've got stuff and been like, oh, this is hot garbage, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean,
necessarily something like.
It's usually the articulation didn't work out or something like that, and that's been a lot of Mattel, unfortunately, the last year or so. And that's just, it's tough. Hopefully, those factory issues fixed out, but that's really it. That's really it. So
it sounds like your voice cracking.
There it is.
There it is, guys.
So there it goes. So Angie, what are we doing tonight?
I don't know. I got ready. I was manifesting a good time.
Oh well. You're in for a good time. I was thinking tonight we would go to Kohl's and take back an Amazon purchase.
Oh God.
The furniture bill, we should pay that. I figured that'd be good. Pay a bill. Maybe
There's no furniture shopping.
Oh no.
Let's just see what's in the.
Sounds like we gotta go car shopping possibly soon. So we'll see. 2 vehicles.
Bills. Better get this YouTube fixed.
Yeah.
Start your algorithm fixed.
Get that going. I don't know. There's YouTube algorithm problems apparently. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they're saying out there, that people aren't getting the views they normally did. And it's something with action figure channels, and it's for kids, but is it really for kids? I don't know the whole rigmarole. I try not to. I don't know. It's a mess, but. And new vehicles. We got your washer and dryer, so we're set there. We really should get some new garage doors. There's just always something. That's adult life for you. There's always like, what's this next big purchase that I don't really want to buy that I have to buy? And that's where it is.
It's the same thing as like people dying. Well, that happens in threes.
Yeah, good riddance. No.
Stuff breaking in your house.
I guess.
It's just a domino effect. You fix
knows?
one thing.
But we got time until we really have to get a car. And Elle doesn't drive for another year or so. So we'll get to that eventually. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I was thinking we go to Kohl's. We got an Amazon return. We always do them at Kohl's. Go pay that furniture bill. And then what else do we got to eat dinner somewhere. I'm sure Angie wants a little Mexican, or just the littler the Mexican, the better in her tonight. I'm sure just some little Mexican fella.
It's easy to find little Mexican.
Is there a little Mexican guy around here that wants to get inside
Angie?
Angie?
They're not known for their height, I don't think.
No, the Mexicans?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's true.
Sure
Maybe we go to a taco truck. Maybe we do something like that. We just get real wild tonight. We should take my Wrangler out because fall starts next week. We should really get out and about and driving the Wrangler. We need some chocolate milk, and we should probably go to like a Target and get that chocolate milk, and I can check the toy aisle while we're at it. Homecoming this week for school. Got to drop a daughter off at a sleepover.
And they're all sick. So
that's
going to be crazy. They all got colds.
Ridiculous. And then, unfortunately, I got to do some work this week. I don't know. So, yeah, real exciting Friday night. Let me tell you is what it is. So that's it, Angie. Let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on. So
Okay.
that's it. That's question of the week. You want to be the question of the week? Stick it in the comments down below. And of course, we'll be back next week with the question of the week on the podcast Tuesday. And now it's time, Angie, for the weekly purchases. All right, time for round one of weekly purchases. Looking like 2 rounds this week here. And let's start off with how about a little bit of wrestling. Thanks to Ringside Collectibles, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. We do got the Eddie Guerrero Ultimate. We got the new Tiffany Stratton Ultimate. And of course, we got the old Uncle Howdy Ultimate. So the latest and greatest from the Ultimate line. Yes, I know the Bailey unboxing has not went up yet. I will get around to that one there. But these available over at Ringside. I think some of them on back order at this point here. But I did unbox these on the channel. I actually did all 3 of those during one day. So one day this week was a Wednesday this week. What is time? What is days? I unboxed all 3 of those. So interesting figures, no doubt. Really solid lineup right here, though. Actually, each one of these figures I felt was better than expected. Tiffany Stratton, the tale of 2 heads, and one head's better than the other. There's no doubt. So check out those unboxings on the channel if you did miss that. Now, last week in the toy news, we talked about the Target cancellation of the Hulk Hogan autograph figures. Very strange for Target to have it in the first place. Anyways, they were canceled. However, there was an eBay seller and selling it cheaper than Target. A lot of people, at least when I bought mine, there was a put an offer in, and I put an offer of $80 in, and they took the offer. So I felt like I got a heck of a deal, as I think I got $5 cheaper than Target, and it came in a nice protective case. It's the Hulk Hogan 3-pack here. Does come with the autograph in the middle. Now, personally, I would have liked to seen a big autograph over the front instead of just a sticker in the middle. Not quite what it could have been, but cool enough still. Mine does say, I can't even tell if it says Hulkster or Hulk Hogan. I want to say it says Hulkster is what it looks like to me. It is Hulkster. But man, I've seen a lot of these posted online, and could they have given him a better paint pen? It's like this thing was almost on the outs, and they're like, oh, they should have freshened it up and started it over. Maybe that's just me. But cool enough to get this one. I already had a Min On Card 3-pack in my collection of this. I think this is a very cool pack. I will probably sell that one and just keep this one as my representation. I don't really need 2 of these on card there, but very, very nice. A very nice one there. Not done. I did find this at my local GameStop of all places. Used my $5 coupon, got this for like $7. It is Grandpa Simpson from the Jakks Simpson wave. Still on the search for Bart, Troy McClure, and Edna Krabappel. We'll get those eventually on the channel, I am sure, but found those ones hiding out. This week as well, Title Run Toys had a little bit of a sale on some damaged packaging figures. Now, I originally passed on the Juventud Guerrero and the Wrath figure. They were both 1 of 500 exclusives. However, at the discount for the damaged packaging, and honestly, not even that badly damaged, I did pick up both of these. So I will probably unbox these on the channel eventually, but I did get both of these in the collection this week. So shout out to Title Run Toys there. Speaking of GameStop, once again, I went to GameStop, used some points. Actually got this for like $28 after my points and stuff. Platinum Edition Mirror Master, or we will call him the Oakland A's Mirror Master here, celebrating the reunion of Mark McGwire and Jose Canseco this week, celebrating in his uniform. Check out the original Mirror Master unboxing on Kyle Peterson 2.0, and we will get this one unboxed as well. So cool to see that one through the door. Went to my local Target last night. Found this for $7 in clearance. I said, $7? I'm going to pick it up. I don't know what I'll do with it. I do got a box that's going to go to Toys for Tots here in the next couple of months. I might end up throwing it in there. I don't know. Maybe some giveaways. We'll just have to figure it out. We'll have to figure it out. Got to give a special good brother shout out across the sea, of course, to Adam Hooper. Now, Adam sent me a figure in the past, John Cena. He found this at his local Smith store and sent it my way. Very nice of him. Now, this is supposed to be hitting targets, or currently hitting targets, I should say, right now in the United States. Smith's over there in the UK, and he was nice enough to send that my way. He also sent me a Waylon Jennings CD to add to my collection here. It is greatest hits, but this must be a UK type release. BMG Camden, so that makes sense. It does look UK Ireland, so very cool. Add it to my Waylon Jennings collection. I don't collect a lot of CDs anymore outside of Motorhead, Clutch, Night Demon, and Waylon Jennings. So shout out to Adam there. And he also sent me this Hulk Hogan magazine from the UK, Inside the Ropes magazine, and look who's on the back there. A little advertisement for our friends over there at KWK on the back there. So cool enough to see that. Adam, thanks for sending that off. He also sent me a very nice note. So shout out to Adam Hooper. And shout out to my friends over there at Night Demon once again. We got the figure available at Jay's Toys and Games. But if you go to Night Demon's website, they do have a limited edition box set, all part of the celebration of the 10-year anniversary of the Curse of the Damned album. Had to pick up the box set right here. A lot goes into this box set. There's a lot of LPs, CDs, cassettes, comic book, you name it. It's all in here celebrating 10 years of Curse of the Damned album there for Night Demon. So if you're after this, limited to 1,000. I got number 866 of 1,000, but very, very cool. They got a few left. So if you're after this, you better get it now or else you're going to be headed to eBay in the future if you want that. But this is round number 1 of weekly purchases. Now it's time to start round number 2. All right, let's bring it home. Let's do round number 2 of the weekly purchases. And this week I was on some travels for work, went to one of the local Targets of the town I was in, and what did I find on the shelf? It is the brand new Phantom of the Opera, Mask of the Red Death edition. Very, very cool. Very excited for this one. And the Invisible Man, Phantom of the Opera, not a favorite of mine as far as Universal Monsters go. But man, this one, dare I say, could be an all-timer. Check out that unboxing on the channel very soon. How about a little Mythic Legions rerun? Urzok, of course. We know this one. They just re-released this with a twist. Updates, of course. We always say all these companies, they want your money. We know how that goes. I did get Urzok, and I did get my Otho figure. Got both of these. Now up for pre-order for the future. It was part of the limited drop stock, so I was very happy to get my order in on both of those. Check those unboxings out on the channel very soon. Also found the Bride of Frankenstein. We found Creature of the Black Lagoon last week. Bride this week. Also found another Phantom of the Opera. So it's all coming up the opera. It's a night at the opera like a young queen this week is what it's like. Found both of those on the road this week. Also got a little delivery here. Major Stars Series 1. Available, of course, over at Collect Major. Got the messed up edition Brian Myers, but I got the Matt Cardona. Got the regular edition Brian Myers. Got Macho Man Randy Savage. And, of course, one Danhausen. More figures of Danhausen than actual matches, as we do know at this point here. But shout out to Danhausen, making the money however he can. Looking good here. I will unbox these Major Stars in a separate video, so be on the lookout for that. And then the crown jewel this week, I wasn't expecting to find these. Always check your top stock at your Walmart. I just happened to look up, and I saw the Tassels of One Ultimate Warrior. What is it? The latest and greatest Superstars line. Could not believe my luck. I almost left the store without looking up. I'm just very fortunate. I just peeked up there. Got Ultimate Warrior, Stone Cold Steve Austin. How about a little Nikolai? Does he got the Kikolai? Nikolai Volkov right there. And last but certainly least in the set, George the Animal of the Steel right here through the door. The latest Superstars wave. Man, oh man, I'm here for that. No doubt about it. So quite the week of weekly purchases here. Got some work to do to unbox all these. You guys know how it goes. And we got a lot of stuff we're still catching up on, as you know. Tons of content over on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships. Once again, they'll get to traditional YouTube eventually. It's just you can only put so much content out. I'm not going to put out 20 videos a day, but I can on Patreon. So check out the Patreon, support the channel, support the madness, as we say as well. Check out Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. Of course, the name of my podcast each and every Tuesday, The Kyle Peterson Show, available wherever audio podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. And that's about it, really. What did you pick up this week? Let me know in the comments down below. Be interested to hear if you found anything out there in the old wilds, or the internet wilds, I guess. But there it is. That's the weekly purchases. You know what I'm doing? I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into another work week.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
We're going to the